Hello students, this is Miss Fatma, teacher of class 2 from the Smart School Sir Syed Ahmed Khan campuses and Gulistan-e-Johar campus. Students, in this video we are going to solve few questions which are taken from page number 88 and page number 89 of your maths textbook from the chapter fractions. So we are going to do the questions of page number 88 and 89, and the topic and the chapter is fractions. So let's begin. Okay students, now we are going to do page number 88 of your maths textbook. So let's have a look at the first question that is given on this page. Circle the greater shaded fraction. Okay, so in this question what we have to do, we have to circle the greater shaded fraction. They have been given us with two figures, and both of these figures have their sum of their parts shaded. You can see in this figure some of the parts are shaded, and also in this figure some of the parts are shaded while the remaining portion is unshaded. Now what we have to do, we have to identify that which of these two figures have a greater shaded portion, which of these two figures have more of their parts shaded and less parts unshaded. So students, let's have a look at both of these figures. If we see this first figure, both of these figures are represented by the fractions. The first figure is represented by the fraction 4 upon 8. Students, as you all know that the top number is the numerator and this number is the denominator. So here 4 is the numerator, which means numerator tells us about the number of shaded parts. So you can see they are telling us that in this figure we have 4 shaded parts. 1, 2, 3 and 4 shaded parts, and we have total number of parts that are 8. We have total number of parts 8. You can count it as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So total number of parts are 8 in this figure. That means this figure, this circle or this whole part, this whole is divided into 8 parts, and among those 8 parts 4 parts are shaded. Okay, so 4 parts are shaded among out of 4. Out of 8, 4 parts are shaded. Now let's have a look at the second figure. Here this is represented by the fraction 2 upon 8. That means 2 parts are shaded and the total number of parts are again 8. So both of these figures have same total number of parts, but the shaded parts, this figure has 4 shaded parts and this figure has 2 shaded parts. Now we have to see which figure has more shaded parts, or which figure has a greater shaded portion. So we can easily say that this first figure has a greater shaded portion because this has 4 shaded parts and this has 2 shaded parts. So we have to circle the greater shaded fraction. So we have to circle this one. Since we know that this is the greater shaded, this is the figure that has more shaded parts. Now students, let's move on to part B. In part B again we have to do the same thing. Now again they have provided us with two figures. In the first figure, both of these figures have been divided into 4 parts. You can see, you can count the total number of parts: 1, 2, 3 and 4. And in the same way this circle has also been divided into 4 parts: 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now what we have to do, we have to identify that, again we have to identify that which figure has more shaded portion or greater shaded portion. Okay, so this figure is represented by this fraction 1 upon 4. That means in this figure one part is shaded and the total number of parts are 4. Now if we have a look at the second figure, so here we have 2 parts shaded in this figure and 4 are the total number of parts. So students, which fraction will be the greater one, or which figure is having more shaded parts or a greater shaded portion? So it is this figure which has a greater shaded portion. So we are going to circle this fraction, since we can say that this has a greater shaded portion or a greater number of shaded parts. Now we are moving on. Now we are already done with question number 2. Now we are moving on to question 3. Now let's read question number 3 first. Circle the smaller shaded fraction. Now what we have to do in this question, we have now in the first question we were shading, we were choosing that fraction which shows the greater shaded portion. But here we have to circle that figure, we have to circle that fraction which has the smaller shaded portion or which has less shaded parts. Okay, so let's have a look at part A. In both of these figures you can see that it is a square. Okay, both of these are the squares and they have been divided into 7 parts. You can count it as well: 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. And in the same way this figure, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7, both of these squares have been divided into 7 parts. Now let's see which figure has less shaded portion. You can have a look at this fraction 2 upon 7. 2 tells us the number of shaded parts and 7 tells us the number of total parts that this square has been divided into. So that means this square has 2 shaded parts. You can see here as well. If I have a look at the second one, so this has 5 shaded parts and 7 are the total number of parts. So students, this has more shaded parts: 1 2 3 4 5. 5 represent the shaded parts and 7 represent the total number of parts in this square. So what are we going to do? We have to circle the smaller shaded fraction. That means we have to circle that figure, we have to circle that fraction which shows the smaller shaded parts or the smaller shaded fraction. So that will be this one. So we have to circle it. Done students. Now we are moving on to part B. Now in part B what we have to do, we have to do the same thing in part B as well. In this part we have been given 3 shaded portions. It's not that much prominent in my book, but it must be very much prominent in your book. So here we have 3 shaded parts, as it is also represented by this fraction 3 upon 5. 3 shaded parts and 5 are the total number of parts: 1 2 3 4 5. Let's have a look at the second one. Here we have 4 shaded parts and the total number of parts are 5. 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, and the 4 shaded parts are here. So what we have to do, we have to circle the smaller shaded fraction. So which one is smaller? 3 out of 5 shaded parts or 4 parts out of 4 shaded parts out of 5. So which one will be the smaller one? 3 upon 5 will be the smaller shaded fraction, because in this figure we have less shaded parts or we have a smaller shaded fraction. We have a smaller shaded portion in this figure, and in this figure we have more shaded portion. So that's why we are going to circle this one. Now students, we are going to solve the questions that are given on page number 89 of your maths book. So this belongs to the topic like fractions. What we have to do, we have to add like fractions. Now what are like fractions? Like fractions are those fractions that have the same denominator. Like fractions are those fractions that have the same denominator. Denominator represents the total number of parts in a figure. As you can see here, this one is the denominator, 12 is the denominator here, and both of these fractions have the same number of denominators, same denominator. That means this figure or this rectangle has been divided into same number of parts. So whenever both the fractions have the same denominator, they are called like fractions. They don't have the same numerator, but they have the same denominator, that are called like fractions. Now how are we going to add the like fractions? Whenever we are adding like fractions, whenever both the fractions are whenever both the fractions are same or like fractions, whenever we are adding them, we just have to add their numerators. Okay, whenever we are adding the like fractions, so we are just going to add their numerators and the denominator will remain same. We don't have to add the denominator. We will just copy it as it is. Okay, so let's have a look at the first part of this question. Use different colors to show the fractions and then add them. Now what we have to do, we have to show the fractions by using different colors. So first of all, we are going to represent this fraction and then this fraction. This first fraction tells us that out of 12 parts, that means this total rectangle has 12 total number of parts, and among those 12 parts, out of those 12 parts, we have to shade, we have to color 3 parts. So students, I have colored 3 parts with green color. Okay, then I have to color 4 parts out of 12. Again we are going to use the same figure, 12 parts. This figure again has been divided into 12 parts, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. So these are the 12 parts. Now we have to shade, we have to color 4 parts out of these 12 parts. Now students, I am going to use a different color for representing this fraction, because both of these fractions are different. So that's why we need to know which color represents this fraction and which color represents this fraction. So that's why for that I am going to use this color. I am going to use this color. I'm going to use a separate color. Okay, so I'm going to shade 4 boxes out of 12. So here I have used pink color. You can use any other color if you want, but you have to use 2 different colors. But you cannot use more than 2 colors, students. You will use 1 color for this fraction and you will use 1 color for this fraction. You are not going to use multiple colors. Okay, you are just going to use 2 colors. Then 4 upon 12, that means I have shaded 4 portions here out of 12. Now what we have to do, we have to count all of these boxes together in order to add them. For adding these fractions, we are going to count all of these boxes together. In this way, we will get the total number of fraction. We will get the total parts shaded. So I am going to count these shaded parts. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. That means 3 plus 4 will be 7. 3 plus 4 will be 7, because these are 3 boxes and these are 4 boxes. So by adding them we will get 7. Now students, as I have told you just now, that whenever we are adding the like fractions, we are just going to add the numerator. So I have added the numerator here. 3 plus 4 will be 7, and the denominator will be copied as it is. That I am not going to make any changes to the denominator. The denominator will be copied as it is, because this figure has the total number of parts 12. So we are just going to write 12 here. Now we are moving on to part B. In part B, we have to repeat the same thing. What we have to do, we have to add both of these fractions, and both of these fractions are like fractions. Why do I say that these are like fractions? Because they have the same denominator. I am saying that these both are the like fractions because they have the same denominator. They have the same denominator. Okay, so we are going to represent this fraction by using a different color. So I have used red color for this. What we have to do, out of 8 parts, we have to shade 2 parts. So I have shaded 2 parts here. Now I am going to use a separate color for representing this fraction. So for this fraction, I have to shade 5 parts out of 8 parts. The total number of parts are 8, and I have to shade 5 parts out of them. So I have shaded 5 parts with yellow color. Now what we have to do, we are going to add all of these shaded parts, and we are going to write it here in the numerator position. So let's count them together. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. That means 5 plus 2 will be, again we will get 7, and the denominator will remain same because these are like fractions. Now let's move on to part C. In part C, again we have been given 2 fractions, and again we can see that these are like fractions. Why do I say that these are like fractions? Because they have the same denominator. This is also having 6 denominator, and this is also having 6 as a denominator. So I am going to add both of these fractions, and in order to add them, I am going to shade these shaded parts here first. The shaded parts that are written here. So this is having the numerator, that is 1, and numerator tells us about the shaded part. So that's why we are going to shade 1 part here. Now we are going to have a look at the second fraction, that is 4 upon 6. So what are we going to do? 4 tells us about the number of shaded parts. So we are going to shade 4 parts here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now students, I am going to add them. Now let's add them. I am going to count all of these shaded parts together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that means I have the total number of shaded parts 5 out of 6. So 6 will be the denominator. It will remain same. Now let's have a look at part D. In part D, again they have provided us with two fractions and they are like fractions because they have the same denominator 9 and 9. That means this figure has been divided into 9 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The total number of parts are 9. What we have to do? We have to, in the first fraction, to represent the first fraction, we have to shade 3 parts. So I have used red color to shade these 3 parts. You can use any other color you want. Now we are going to have a look at the second fraction, that is 5 upon 9, 5 over 9. So 5 tells us about the number of shaded parts. So we are going to shade 5 parts out of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I have shaded 5 parts and you can see I have used two different colors to shade both of these fractions, to represent both of these fractions, so that I can differentiate between them. Now students, in order to find the sum of them, I am going to add all these shaded parts only. Okay, so let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that means the numerator will be 8 and the denominator will remain same because these are like fractions, and in like fractions, in the sum of like fractions, the denominator remains same. Okay, now students, we are done with question 1. Now we are moving on to question number 2. Again here we have to add the two different fractions. We have to add the two fractions, but we are not provided us with any box. So we have to do it mentally. We have to calculate it with the help of our brain. We have to calculate it on ourselves. Okay. So let's have a look at part A. 2 over 6 plus 2 over 6. 2 upon 6 plus 2 upon 6. Now you can see that the both of these fractions are having the same denominator, 6 and 6. That means the figure has been divided into 6 parts and this figure has also been divided into 6 parts. Now when we are going to add these fractions, I have told you we just have to add the numerator. We just have to add the above numbers. हमें सिर्फ above numbers को add करना है. We just have to add the above numbers. So 2 plus 2 is 4. We all know that 2 plus 2 is 4 and the denominator will remain same. Now students, we are going to have a look at part B. In part B, again we have to add these two fractions, 4 upon 7 plus 2 upon 7. So here we have to see whether they are like fractions or not. So since both of them are having the same denominator, 7 and 7, that means the total number of parts are 7 and 7. So what we have to do, since they are like fractions, we just have to add the numerator. We just have to add the above numbers and we have to write it here. So what will be 4 plus 2? 4 plus 2 will be 6. 4 plus 2 will be 6. So we are going to write 6 in numerator position and denominator will be copied as it is. Now students, have a look at part C. In part C, again we have two fractions, 2 upon 5 plus 1 upon 5. 2 is telling us about the shaded part and 5 is telling us about the total number of parts. In the same way, 1 is telling us about the shaded part and 5 is telling us about the total number of parts. So now what are we going to do? We have to add the numerator since both of these fractions are like fractions. They are similar. They are like fractions. So we just have to add their numerator. So 2 plus 1 will be, it's very easy students. 2 plus 1 we all know is 3. And the denominator will be same because these are like fractions. Now let's have a look at part D. In part D, we have been given two fractions, 4 upon 10 plus 5 upon 10. So again we have to find the sum of both of these fractions. And how are we going to do that? We are going to add the denominator, we are going to add the numerators only, because we can see here that the denominator of both of these numbers, both of these fractions are having the same denominator. Okay, this is the denominator and this one is also the denominator. Both of the denominators are same. So what are we going to do? We are going to say that this is like fractions. Both of these fractions are like fractions. So we are just going to add their numerators. 4 plus 5. Students, what will be 4 plus 5? 4 plus 5 will be 9. You can count it with the help of your fingers as well. 5 plus 4 or 4 plus 5 will be 9. And the denominator will be written as it is. Now students, we are going to solve the last part of this question, that is 5 upon 8 plus 2 upon 8. Again, we have to find the sum of both of these fractions. First of all, let's see whether they are like fractions or not. So we can see that since both of these fractions are having the same denominator, you can see this is having 8 as denominator and this is also having 8 as denominator. That means both of these fractions are having the same total number of parts. So that means we don't have to add the denominators, we just have to add the numerators. How are we going to do that? We are going to do that by adding 5 with 2. So what will be 5 plus 2? Yes students, 5 plus 2 will be 7. 5 plus 2 will be 7 and the denominator will be written here as it is. So this is the simple method of solving the sums. This is the simple method of solving or adding the like fractions or adding the fractions that are having the same denominator. So students, I want all of you to complete page number 88 and page number 89 of your maths textbook by watching this video. And I hope you all have understood that how are we going to solve the like fractions, and I hope you all must be able to identify by this time that what are like fractions. So do complete this work and do practice of it at your home. Take care of yourself students. Thank you.